what if your real estate client could just book a property visit without you lifting your finger or without them coming to your place when you are not available? All right, so in this video, I will show you how I built this system, and what it does is it assists you in scheduling, rescheduling, and even canceling property visit. All right, so I'm going to show you a quick demo before we go into the video properly, how to set it up and how to achieve this. So what we're going to do, we're going to put a call to Spencer, and then so let's wait.
Spencer from DDoS Properties. I can help you book a property visit. What location or property are you looking to see?
Yeah, U3 Estate in Lekki Phase 1. That's fine.
Great. What date and time would you like to schedule your visit? Please remember that our available times are between 9 a.m. and 6 p.m.
Okay, so let's do today, 5 p.m.
Unfortunately, we require at least 2 hours notice for scheduling visits. How about tomorrow at 11 a.m.?
Yeah, that works. Yes, that works.
Perfect. Could I have your email address to check the availability? Please spell it out for me to ensure I get it right.
Okay, that's d.automationagency@gmail.com.
Just to confirm, your email is d.automationagency@gmail.com. Is that correct?
Yes, correct.
Great. Now, let me check the availability for tomorrow at 11 a.m. for the property at 2-3 Estates in Lekki Phase 1. It seems there was an issue checking availability. Let me try again for you. Great news. Your visit to 2-3 Estates in Lekki Phase 1 is confirmed for tomorrow at 11 a.m. Your booking reference is BKG-2Z2508-1,400. 13. Could I have your full name and phone number for our records?
All right, so now that you have seen into, let's get right in. Now, what are the tools I used? I used Vapi, I used n8n, I used Grok as the LLM, and what else? Okay, I think that's all. So I'm going to put a link to all this platform in the description below. So the first one I would like to show us is Vapi, how to set it up. So once you come to your Vapi after signing up, so after signing up, it's going to show you this, and then you come to the assistant. Once you come to the assistant, you're going to create assistant, and once you create assistant, you're going to just put the name you want your assistant to be, and then you can just create assistant from blank template. This is a blank template. Create assistant, and once you create it rather, it's going to bring you to this place. So this is the name I put it. I give it real estate assistant, and then the model is this. So you see all the tabs here. These are the things we need to set up. Or if you don't want to be clicking the tab, you can just scroll. Once you scroll down, it's going to take us to voice. This is voice. Instead of clicking this, you will see voice. So you can just maintain this tab alone. And yeah, so from here, just put in the what's it called, the LLM you want. So I'm using OpenAI, and then this is the model. And then the first message is going to be this: the assistant speak first. If you click it, assistant wait for user, speak with model generated message, whatever you want, but don't use this assistant wait for user. So what I'm using is assistant speak first. And what is the first message? This is this is Spencer from DDoS Property. I can help you book a property visit and what location, blah blah. So that's that. And then you're going to this place is very, very important. This is the system prompt. And yeah, so mind you, I'm going to be putting a link to this setup. I will include the system prompt as well, and then the anything workflow. I'll put it for, so it's going to be for free, so you don't have to, but you need to understand how it works so that when you are setting up your own, you won't go through whatever difficulties. So you are Spencer, the current date and time is this. If you don't include this actually stressed me a lot before I was able to get this. And yeah, that's what I'm doing. I want to go through the stress so you don't have to stress yourself. So if you don't include this, and what it does is it's going to give your agent, your assistant, to understand the time that we are, the current time, and then the current date. So if you don't include this, anytime the user call, if they don't specify the year, what will happen is, yes, you may have to guess the year the user is talking about, or if the user mistakenly mentioned 2024, this is 2025, but if the user say 2024, the agent will understand. So we just ensure that it books the appointment using that specific time. So which means it's going to book the appointment in the past. And you may not even book it. So if you book appointment in the past, that's a big error. So this, the user will understand that okay, this is the time. So this is now, and this is the date, and then this place is very important. It's going to your time zone, and I have to include African legal. So you have to include your own time zone to it, and then you're going to give the prompt, give your agent the prompt that you want it to, how you want it to operate. These are the details we want to get from the client, the name, the email, and you must confirm spelling, because at times when you give the agent the email, you may just, like example, D dot. So instead of writing DEEDOTH, you will just assume that what you're saying is D dot sign, dot symbol. So you need to ensure that it spells the email, the phone number, property name and location, desired date and time. And yes, you may include other things there. And yes, and this is the tool usage. So we're going to create two. This is where we're going to set the tools. And so this is the tool. You must not include any field that are not explicitly defined in the tool scheme. And yes, so for booking, only send the required. So for rescheduling or canceling, ask the user for the booking reference ID. So I'm going to show you how we generated that as well in n8n, and the new day and the time. So if any field is missing, ask the user for it clearly. And then the tone, how we want it to sound. Is it rudely? Is it calmly? Is it professional? And yes, this is it. And then what else? So the booking flow, greet the caller, ask for the property they would like to visit. So if available, collect remaining info, name. So I said that okay, to check availability, because we need to check the company's calendar, is that time that the customer, the client says, is he available? So it's also going to check. And then, so saying that, okay, but before checking the availability, ensure you obtain the customer's email address, blah, blah, and all that. Yes. So if available, collect the other information, send full data to the webhook for booking. So I'm going to show us the webhook, and then if not available, suggest a different time. This is very perfect. Yeah, so I'm going to send us this. Yes, I'm going to show us. I'm going to send it to us, and then so this is the voice configuration. So we have to select the voice that we want. So the provider, is it from Vapi? Uh is it from 11 Labs? Is it from Azure? So I'm using from Vapi, and then the voice I want, I selected. I chose Spencer, so it's 26 years old. I want, yeah, so I chose this, and then transcriber, we don't really need this. So this is where we're going to set the tool. And before you go to the tools, please, I am going to say this: whenever you make any correction like this, now you will see it's going to show us publish. Whenever you make any correction, please publish. You may check, you can check the, what's it called, I don't move this away, you can check the changes. So this is going to show you the changes. and then you can close. Please ensure you publish. If you should, imagine you have done all these, if you should go to tools without publishing it, it's going to disappear. If you go back to it, you won't see anything. So the publishing means you're saving your work. And yeah, so now we need the tools, because it's this tool that we are going to send to the anything, and that's what the anything will work on. So now this is a tool name, send appointment, description, send appointment details to webhook. We don't need these to execution asynchronously. So for this project, we don't need any of this. So now this is the parameters we're going to be sending to the anything via the webhook link. So we're going to get the email. So when you are creating your own, this is what you're going to see. Add property. This is it. You see the name. So let's say the name is client name. Then the type is string. Description, the name of the caller. So just like what I've done. So this is, if you want to edit this now, edit the email. You see the email, the string. Description is not necessary. So it's smart enough to know what we are doing. And then the ones that you know that you need to require, the email is required. So ensure that yes, acquire is required. This is clicked. Ensure it's required. Then you apply. So this is how you're going to set everything you want to get the the caller. We need the email, we need the phone, we need the intent, the daytime, property, booking reference. So this booking reference, you're going to see where it will be needed. Client name. So this booking reference is when we want to reschedule an appointment. So the user, when creating the appointment, we're going to send the booking reference to the user, that is to the caller. So when you want to reschedule, so we need this booking reference before we can reschedule, because this booking reference is what we're going to be linking to our Airtable to fetch the event ID, and it is that ID that the agent the agent is going to use to update or reschedule the appointment. So that's that, and this is very important. After you have saved, you apply, and then then we need to set up the HTTP header, the request. So this is going to be the content type, and then application JSON, and then the message. Oh, okay, yeah, I omitted this server setting. So this is a server URL, and this will take us now to the n8n workflow, because this is what we're going to be getting. This link is from anything, and then once we put it here, anytime the agent wants to send a message across that this is what the agent has said, is going to send it using this server URL. So now let's go to the n8n workflow now. So now we're going to create this webhook, and this is the URL that Vapi is going to be using. And yes, you can see localhost 5678 here. So what I did here, I'm actually self-hosting the n8n, and Vapi may not accept HTTP. So if they don't say HTTPS, they may not accept. Though I've not tried it, but so what I did is I now expose this localhost 5678. I expose it to ngrok, and yes, that one's going to be another tutorial. But if you are using anything straightforward, you don't need this. So it doesn't need. So what you just need to do is come straight to this, copy the URL, and then you're going to paste it inside here. You can see here, the only thing that's different here is, okay, let me just paste that new one. You can see HTTP localhost webhook test. The only thing that is different from here is just this. And this is what I got from ngrok. So that just replace this, and then see webhook. So I sent the production URL. This is a production URL. You see it's a webhook instead of webhook test. So it's a production URL I sent, because what I want to do, I don't want to start manually executing. So since it's active, so it's just going to activate it straight. And then so after we've pasted it, let me delete it. After we've pasted it, then I'm going to show us the AI agent itself. So this is the AI agent, and then I'm using Grok as the LNM, and then the model I used Moon Shotai Kimi K2 instruct. So, and I'm going to advise you to actually use it. That is if you are using Grok. If you're not using Grok, if you're using ChatGPT 4.0, yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one because most of the models here actually gave me a lot of stress. I was like, okay, what was I doing? Was I making some mistakes? So then I realized that most of the models are not, they don't have the same capacity, which I know before, but I didn't know that they are not going to be able to handle this correctly. So far, I think yes, this is still one of the best model in Grok. So when the Vapi send the tool agent after getting all the datas, so after sending it to the webhook n8n, then this is what we are going to get. This is what we're going to get. See, so this is a tool call. Now this is a tool call list. This is what we are going to be getting from. So now this is it. So we can see the email. This is the email from the user. This is a phone number. This is the intent we are booking. This is the date time. Then this is a property that the client wants to see. And then this is a client name, Vamilare Ayola. So, and yes, these are just the messages. We don't need this. But there are some projects that will require us to get the transcript. And then after we have gotten this, now we need to go to the AI agent that's going to help us work all these out. So now this is the user message. So I have to add, okay, this is the intent. The intent is, you can see the intent, and then I have to, so where is it now? To call 0. Yes, so this is it. Then for intent, I have to add just is a drag and drop thing. So you're going to drag it, and then client name. This is a client name. Drag it here. Then email, then phone number, the property, the date, time, the booking reference. You can see I'm adding this and then or empty. So it is necessary in case there are some data here that are not very important to us, like phone number now the user may just or the client may say that it doesn't want to release his phone number, like skip the phone number. But if he's keeping it, then if this is not available, then give us empty value. So it's going to give us empty value or empty. So this is this column here, then the property. And if we are booking, if the caller wants to book, there's no booking reference. So which means the agent is not going to ask for booking reference. So since it's not going to ask for booking reference, so it's going to also be empty. And then that's why this is empty. You can see booking reference is empty because the intent is book. So that's why that place is empty. Now to the user message. The user message is quite great. And yes, you're going to have all of these, so you won't have to stress yourself. So I had to ensure that it is well crafted because the agent need to know that okay, if I am to book, what do I need to do? If I'm to reschedule, what do I need to do? And I actually want to work on I'm going to really emphasize on the rescheduling. But now that it is to call, it is to create to book appointment rather, since to create to book an appointment, I added this calendar create event. So the agent is going to use this create event tools. And now this is a set of create event. You're going to add the Google Calendar account. So I'm going to also do a tutorial on how to link it. And please let me quickly note it down so that I don't forget. Okay, after you have already linked it, after I've already created the credentials, then you're going to add these to it. Then the tool is set manually. So then the description uses to create a new calendar event. Then the resource event, that's what we want to do. Then create, that's what we want to do. Not delete, we're not getting, we are not updating, we are creating. And then the calendar list, if you open it, you see, okay, holidays in Nigeria, holidays in the United States. So that is if you have different ones, then so what you're going to do is just ensure that you use the original email as the as the list you want to fetch from or create to. And yes, to start, just put this. Since is a tool with the AI will understand what you're saying. So from AI, so what we need is just a start, which is the date, the time that the client want to visit the event, and then the end. So let's say it's 1 hour. So from 5, this is going to be from 5, and then to 6 p.m. This is the end. And so you need to also add the attendees. So if you want to add anything, so this is the field. You add field, you will see attendees here. Add field, and then after adding the field, then you're going to create you're going to add the attendee's email. So the attendee is the user that is calling, or the client that is calling. So this is the client email. This is it. You're going to add it there. So when we are creating the event, we're going to be adding this email to it as well. So the client that calls will do what is going to get the event notification. So it's going to accept, just like what we got here. Uh, this this is the email. So it's going to get this email when we add. So this is it, the invitation. So it's going to get either to call, to accept it, yes, maybe, or no. So if we don't add this, we are only the one that will get the invite, because we are the one creating the event. This person calling will not get it. So this is very, very important. Then the summary, the event name, the name of the calendar. So this is how it works. So this is the event name. This is it. This is it. When, then this, then just the summary. So this is it. And then yes, what else? So it's going to execute it, and that's just it. And when you check the user message, you will see what happened, because it's going to check using the company's calendar first, that okay, is this date available? And that's what this guy did here. Gets the event to. So it's going to, first of all, so if you should check, let me just show you where this is in. So now the intent calling is doing the intent is okay. Or is it? Yeah, okay. So exactly. So this is the intent. So if the intent is to book an appointment, first of all, use the get event to with the given date to check availability, and that's what we did here. Is first of all going to check and then get the event. After checking, see, after checking, where is it itself? So after checking, is going to check if there is any event, and since there's no event, since there's no, so is first of all it's going to check, get the event. So if there's no event, what we will do is it's going to come straight to create event, and after creating the event, what's going to happen is it's going to send a feedback to the agent, and this is very important. It's going to send a feedback. This is, so that's why, let me come here again. In this webhook, you are going to set the response to use respond to webhook node. So this is going to be communicating with this, then it's going to respond to webhook, and this is what you're going to send across. The output, the booking reference, the event ID, the date name, the property. So the reason we are creating booking reference is, okay, let's just deal with that later. So it's going to send this output to the agent, the Vapi agent, and that's why that's okay. So after sending this is when it's going to check, or it's going to confirm that we have already booked the appointment with D dot properties. So, and it's going to read out that okay, you are all set for 223 estate for this, to check this estate at so. and then your booking reference is BK blah blah blah, and that one is done. So we are done with creating, and after creating it, it's also going to create a record. This is a record. Create a record. She's going to create a record in the Airtable and then send a message. So let me just show us the record. Airtable. So this is a real estate appointment, and yes, so this is the record. Say Vami Larry Lola, and then the phone number. This is it, and then see. It's going to create it, and then the event ID. This is the event ID, and then this is the email of the person, and yes, this is the booking reference. So why do we need this booking reference? Now let's go back to this. So if the client that called actually want to reschedule, so we need to fetch the event ID. So that's why we are saving the event ID into the into the Airtable. So this is the event ID. So the agent needs this event ID to reschedule the appointment. And we cannot send this event ID to the client that called because it's something that is confidential. So we can't send this event ID. So what we can now send is this booking reference. So it's going to generate it. The agent is in the prompt. So the agent is going to generate this booking reference. And so now now go to the agent, the tool that will update the calendar. This is it. Let me show you where the prompt is, the intent. So now if the intent is to reschedule an appointment, use the Airtable lookup tool with the booking reference to get the original event ID. Now this is the update calendar, and the agent knows what to do. The agent will search. So let me just show you the settings. So this is to update, and then this is the email, the event ID. So the agent knows how to search using this event ID. So it's going to search the Airtable, and then it's going to use that same reference code, this booking reference, to search where this reference is, where it is located, and then it's going to check this column where the event ID is. And once you see this event ID, it's going to fetch this event ID, and then it's going to use it to update this field. This is the new date that the client wants, and then this is the end. Okay, so this is the start, this is the end, and then it's going to use it to update that same event. And once you update it, it's going to delete the other place where it was booked before that date, the time. It's going to delete it, and then it's going to reschedule it using this. So the reference code is very, very important, very important, because if we can't fetch the ID, we may not be able to update the event. We won't be able to update it. Another way is we can update it, but the problem is when you are giving your name to the agent may not get the spellings well. He may not get the property you are looking well. So if the agent is able to get it accurately, we don't need this reference ID. So what the agent will just do is just going to search this record. If the name is correct, if this name is correct, if the property is correct, if that's correct, then it's going to use these details and then use it to fetch the event ID, and then we'll be able to use it to update the record. But if not, it won't be able to do that. But the reference code is very easy, and that's why when the client is calling to update or to reschedule, the agent is going to ask the client for the reference ID. Once the client gives the reference ID, the agent is going to use that same reference ID to update the calendar, and then it's also going to recreate this record and then send a message that this is your, let me just show you the message, that yes, this is your, but this is the first one after creating it. So A, you are all set for blah blah blah, lucky first one. This is your booking reference is BKG201413. And if you check here, you will see that yes, that is a reference ID. See 1413. So that's the reference ID. So it's going to use that reference ID to update this. Same as delete. Delete also need the event ID. So it's also going to ask for the reference ID. Then it's going to use it to fetch the event ID and then delete. So that's just it. This structured output is so that the agent sends the output that we need, the result that we need to send to the Vapi agent and also to send to create record, because at times the LLM they give us not the output that we need. So this is it. So it's just a structure. Okay, the output what we want is this shows that what we want is we want a JSON file. So the output, whatever the result is, the booking reference, the value result is all our strings, event ID or strings, since we don't need anything number, number. So that's why we have all of this as this. So I think yes, that's all. And yes, okay, I think what's next is just the Airtable lookup. So when the agent want to get the meeting ID, so it's going to use this tool, the Airtable lookup. Now let me open it. So okay, this tool use the booking reference to get the original event ID. So it's going to search, record, search, and then you're going to, because the Airtable may have different tables. So this is the table I want, the real estate appointment, then the table appointment, the filter by formula. You can just leave it. You can just leave it. So it's going to get the caller's reference ID, use it to search and then fetch the event ID. Can you see here now? This is the event ID using this reference, booking reference. So that's just what the Airtable lookup does, and then it's going to send the. Now, a very important thing here is this: when you are sending this thing back, the response back to Vapi agent, you need to structure your result like this. See, if you should check the Vapi documentation, it's going to be you will see it there. Because if you don't say it like this, Vapi will not be able to get this response back. So what will happen is that you will only be able to talk to the caller that okay, what does the caller want? But you won't be able to let the agent won't be able to let the caller know that okay, this event has been booked. So this is very important. So this is a tool call ID. And where's the tool call ID? This is it here. The body, where's the body? And then the message. So this is the tool call ID. This is a call ID. You can see it. This is a call QFH, call underscore QFH. So this is it. And then the result. The result is the output. So this is the output, yes. So then that's why the agent can know that yes, your your appointment has been booked. If we don't structure it this way again, the agent will not be able to get the response from n8n. So this is very important. So just know that. And yes, I think we have come to the end of the tutorial. And yes, thank you for staying by. Thank you for watching. And please like and subscribe. And I'm committed to giving us project base that we can use it to get clients. You can use it to add it to your portfolio, and you can also use it to learn, because I can tell you that what you have learned today is good. And just this one alone took me hours to get. So yes, I'll do that, and I'm going to do that again and again. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.